Hello everybody, Wild Tracker here, and welcome to another episode here of Sky Factory 3. Yes, we are back in the sky, playing some 1.10 modded Minecraft, and let's get started today. It's been a little while since I've been on this world, because I was doing all my New Eriador episodes every day for a week, and yeah, that took a lot of time, but we are back here, and I've done a little bit of stuff. As you might see, we've got an edge to our base. I've removed several areas. Let's just fly out here. Yeah, I moved several of these areas because I want to kind of make some changes. I want to move the mob farm. I want to move the area under here where we're doing all our sieving, because it just gets a little bit laggy and a little bit noisy. So yeah, that's the thing, and you might even feel the frames dropping there. So I want to move a few things around, so I'm kind of slowly doing that during episodes, but I've been having a look to see how we can progress, and yeah, we've got some things to do, because, well, to be perfectly honest, everything I want to kind of do and carry on doing kind of sort of builds around this little guy here, the Nether Star. So yeah, if we look at things like, I want to get better armor so we can go and fight the dragon and the chaos dragon and things like that. We can get this supreme, is it? Yes. So the supremium armor, which is pretty cool, only it takes this core, and this core requires a Nether Star, and I don't really want to go for the armor set down below. If we're going to use all that much essence, then we might as well go for this armor set here with the superium essence. So yeah, that's the thing. We're going to need a fair amount of this. Let's just see how much of this we need. So we need 4 there, plus we're going to need ingots to actually do this as well. Ingots are 2. Do we actually have any ingots? We don't, but we've got the recipe. So I've put the recipe in there. We've got that in there. So we ought to start really crafting this up. So ingots, did we say take 2? Was that the... So we need 2 essence per ingot. And so we're going to need about 60, something like that, because we've got 20 odd going into these, and each one of these has 4, so we're at least going to need a stack, I reckon. So we might as well get that crafting now. So let's go for a stack of that. Have we got enough? We have, so we can click on start on that, and that's going to craft in the background. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I've been doing is, because obviously one of the things we're in, oh yeah, this has changed as well. We did an update and these things have changed, and I think they've sort of equalized out the speed of this growth. It's not so sort of cheaty now, which I guess is kind of right. Before it was growing quicker than it could be harvested. I like the effect on it. It's kind of sending it out. Well, it's kind of... I've moved these in a bit because they were here, just to make sure we get the maximum effect. But I think, you know, to be perfectly honest, it's not made much difference. We've got one underneath there as well, but I figured all the crops ought to be around the farming station, and yeah, it'll do it. And I've added a few of these, which are wither skeleton crops, because if we're going to get some Nether Stars, we need some wither skulls. And I figured growing wither skulls is probably a good way of getting wither skulls. We can also set up a farm as well, but we're not at that stage yet. So let's just have a look in here. Wither, let's see how much we've progressed. So we've got 186 of these essence, and again, I've put in the recipes, because also there's crafting these seeds. I put in the recipes in there, and they can do it themselves. We are going to need at least, well, let's see if this has, if each one of these has a Nether Star, which it does. We're going to need at least 4 Nether Stars, aren't we? And probably a couple for luck sort of thing. So we probably need 6. So we probably need, let's go for 18. Yeah, let's start making those. It needs 162 of that, which we've got. So that's going to go and being done as well. So does that mean the rest of it has already been done? No, it's doing both of them at the same time. That's pretty cool. I didn't actually know it would do them at the same time. I thought it might queue them, but I guess if they're in different things, or I don't know, the system just obviously knows. So let's have a look now. So we should have a load of skulls being produced up here somewhere. They're going up. I can't see it. It's getting all... Yeah. Let's just type in skull. That's probably the easier thing, isn't it? 18 wither skulls. So that's all right. We've got 18 wither skulls. We've probably got some soul sand. So let's have a look. We've got loads of soul sand, so that's easy enough. And How many do we need for 18? Yeah, let's get a little bit more. I can't do the math. It's too early in the morning. Now, the other thing we need to do is work out how we're going to kill this thing safely. So, I've been having a look at what weatherproof blocks we've got. We've got reinforced obsidian, which is taking a bit of steel. Let's have a look up here. We've got weatherproof obsidian up there. So it's a different type of one, again using dark steel. We've got this Lonsdaleite and Lonsdaleite. Unfortunately, we can only get this from the shards, which we have to have the void ore miner, which we haven't got. And then we've got this, allegedly. It says weatherproof block, blast resistant. Now, that doesn't say weatherproof, it just says blast resistant. So, is it? I don't know. But that's much cheaper than the other one. So I think we've probably got to make some of this. So let's make some glass, because we've got plenty. Well, we've got 23 of those actually, so we haven't got plenty. Can we make 9? No, we can only make 6. So I need to wait until we get a little bit more of this coming in via the growth. In fact, I'll tell you what we can do to speed it up. Let's get some of this. This is the special fertilizer that you get from, it's just one of the byproducts of this. So in theory, yeah, we can do this and we can get a few more. So let's just spam this now quickly, just so we can get more while more of it grows. And this is the thing about it slowing down. I've not been on this world for a while, so I've not AFK'd. I've not been able to grow this stuff. Right, so we've got 27. Is that going to be enough to get ourselves some more glass? Let's stick that in there. So 1, 2, 3. So we've got 9 pieces of glass there. I'm kind of hoping that's going to be enough. So let's get some cobblestone. And the other thing I want to make is an angel block. And it is an angel block. Yeah, there it is. That should be simple enough to make. One of those, thank you very much. Because I'm not so sure about this. This is going to be a little bit of an experiment. So I think what we should do, let's see which side is which. As we fly out of here and come this way. Yeah, so we are going to go this way. We're going to go out quite a way, and yeah, hopefully by doing this we can go into some unloaded chunks. And if everything sort of goes a little bit skew-if, then it's not really a problem, because, well, we'll just not come out here again. I think that's probably a wise choice. So we're going out quite well. Let's go out to Z1000, and then we know where it is in terms of the mark. So getting close to that now. You can see just under the map, 1000. So let's put one of these here. Let's get our cobble and make ourselves a little platform. So what I want to do is use a technique that we use on our servers and our Let's Play world, which is the sort of use the Bedrock method, if you know what I mean. So let's just do this out here, make ourselves a nice little platform. Let's just take that out, keep it, and then put that in there. So the idea would be, if we put soul sand down there in the shape of a T, okay, and then we have, let's just go 1 block higher, and then this block here, I think. Now here's the question: where has to be the center? This is going to take a risk. I'm assuming it's like that, because when it lifts up, it will lift up into that middle block. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Let's get back on here. So yeah, and then all we need to do is put these skulls on here like this, and if we put that one on there, it should spring up. But I kind of feel as if I either want to try this or want to check this. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Should we just go for it? Should we just let's just do it? Let's just. I haven't got very good armor. I haven't got very good weapon. I'm just going to do this. It looks like its head's in the block. That's kind of good. I'm going the wrong direction. If I want to get back to my base, it's over in that direction. So that's probably not so good. But it looked like it worked. It's not doing anything. Yes, that's good. Nice. Okay, so that's working nicely. Withercrumb, you are a little cheaty method of of doing this. You can't destroy me. Your head's in the block, and yeah, it's nice and easy. We don't need any complicated system. Now we obviously will upgrade this, because coming out here and doing this, although we could now put this at our base in reality, but you know, having to do this manually every time is not really my idea of fun. Let's just put these torches on here as well, so we don't have to worry about that. And we probably ought to mark, well actually what we'll do is we'll put down soul sand is okay to float, isn't it? So if we do that, it's not like real sand where it drops. So in theory that is the middle. No, that's wrong. You see I've done it wrong already. Done it wrong. That's probably not the right block to use in reality. I'll tell you what, let's chisel this stone to make a different shaped block. Let's use that and put that there, and then we will put this in this shape here like this instead, and then we at least know which when we come back to it, we don't have to think about it again, do we? We can just go, oh yeah, it goes in that block there. So that's the shape where we should be putting soul sand down, going boom 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 boom, and yeah, that will then go up in there. He says, oh look, we do get supreme. I didn't even notice that. So what have we got? We've got a crumb star. Is that because it was Withercrumb? So we got a star of Withercrumb. We get 2 supremium essence, and yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? That's a nice thing. So I guess a chicken wither. Does that mean we're going to get a chicken crumb later on? That's that's bizarre, isn't it? A chicken wither. Right, okay, well we've got 6 of these guys that I need to kill. So I'm going to, because I haven't got very decent armor or weaponry yet, and we will do once we've done this, I'm going to sit here and kill these guys, and I'll see you back at the base. Well, that was straightforward enough. If we have a look in our inventory, we've got 6 stars, only 5 crumb stars, so one of them didn't drop it, but one did drop a chance icosahedron, yes, which is work in progress as it shows on there, and we had an inferium essence as well, which is a bit strange. So but yeah, we've got those, so we're going to stick those in our system because we will need them, and that's pretty cool. So we've now got 76 of that supremium essence. So let's start look at making this, and I think what I'm going to do is teach the system some of the recipes. So if we look at the helmet, for example, it requires the armor core, as do these other things. So sorry, it's up there, isn't it? Yeah, so we need 4 armor cores, and this is one of those recipes where you need one of those to add one of those to add one of those. So I kind of figured we would teach the system to make these recipes. So so we're in the pattern grid here, and we've already taught the system or shown it recipes for the ingots. That's easy enough, and we've also shown them how to make the essence, so we don't need to do that again, which is pretty cool. But if we look at this core, so let's go down to the very basic. That's the basic one. So if we put that in there and say recipe, it knows how to make all of that, so that's simple enough. What other one did it need? It needed this one here. Now I don't think it knows how to make lapis blocks, so let's teach it that. And then in fact, let's just put in core, because then we can do each one of these individually. So we've taught it the green one, or the yellowy green one, so we need to teach that one. We've taught it that now, so it knows how to make that. That is all good, so we can teach it that one. And that's the thing about these pattern grids, it's all to do with recipes, and once it knows, it knows. So like block of gold, it doesn't know yet, so if we say this is how you make a block of gold, then it'll do it automatically for us. And let's go back to that one, wasn't it? So it now knows how to make the rest of it. It knows now. It now knows because it knows how to make that intermedium essence. Let's do this one. Let's teach it a block of diamonds. Then everything else it should know. There we go. And then finally this one here. It knows how to make wither skulls. It knows how to, well, it's got thing. So we should just be able to tick on that and go down. So if we go and stick all these in fact, let's just stick it in a new one so we know. In fact, we don't need those in there, do we? Can that go in one on its own, just as a, let's put one in, well, put two in there, and then we'll put one in there, so that's fine. So they're all in there. It knows how to make all those things now. So in theory, if we come along and say we want to make 4 of these cores, it doesn't make it there, but what it should do is come down here, Supreme core, we want 4, start. It should say I've got all the things. It's just missing 70 of those, so we need a few more of those. Right, okay, so what I need to do is come out of there. Do we have some more of that? I do. So I'm going to go and get some more of this, and then we'll have another go at making that recipe. Right, well, we should have enough of the essence in here now. Let's have a look, see if we can craft. Which ones are we making? Craft this here. We want 4 of them. Start. Anything in the way stopping that? No, we can do it. Okay, so that's going to craft 4 of those armor bits. Let's just yeah, it's obviously making them at the moment, making all the bits and pieces, so that might take a little while. Let's just have a look at some of this as well. Supreme, yes, there we go, because we want to have a look at these as well. So this is relatively simple. It's just going to take one of these tools. I'm not sure if we want to build the rest, although I think we might want to build this, because this is unlimited. So it means if that will work in our farm, that is going to be absolutely ace, because we don't need to, you know, it no longer, we need to worry about it running out. So yeah, so I think we definitely need to make 2 of those, which again, it's a similar recipe to before. It needs a Never Star, it needs these, yeah, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of those. So we've got there 2 start. Have we got all the ingredients? It doesn't need anything else, and I presume it's also taken into account. Yeah, it is missing. Oh, what's that? So what does that need that for? Does it need it for, right, it needs it for those. So we are still missing a little bit more of this. Missing 22 available, so we can make one of them probably. Let's just make one of them for now. And no, even one of those it wants to. What if we wanted 2? Is it gonna want more? 22 or 32. But if I want just 1, right, no, it's happy then. That's fine. So let's make one of those for now. Then we'll make our sword. In the meantime, hopefully we'll get some more essence, because that's our sort of biggest drawback at the moment, is that stuff. So probably we need to build a skull farm at some point. And now let's see, have we got these 4? Yes, we have. So can we now make this armor? Let's see. Make one of those. It's done. Let's make a chest piece as well. It's done. Leggings. Yes. And boots. Yes. Okay, brilliant. Now the other thing we can do with these, because if you look at things like this, we get these charms. So that's with resistance. In fact, let's just put in charm. That'll probably be easier to see what charms are available. So we've got blank charm, night vision. So allows you to see in the dark and to be applied to the helmet. We've got absorption that can go in any of them. We've got with resistance. We've obviously got anti-venom. Okay, fire resistance. That would be quite good in nether, wouldn't it? Resistance, strength would be quite nice, so we can put that on a sword. Strength 2 can also go on the sword. Can we actually make that? Because that looks different. No, but and leaping we're not really worried about, so we might make some of these. Strength 1 would be nice, which is really some apples and this blank charm. A blank charm is a Superior block, and those, can we make some of those? Yes. I don't know if we have any more Superior blocks. So let's see, shall we make a strength one for our sword? Can we make that now? No, we're missing the supremium apples. Can we make those? Oh gosh, we're gonna have to go through this whole recipe thing again, aren't we? Actually, oh, we've only got one. Ah, that's a shame. You can get them from loot bags. What loot bags do they actually come from? Let's check up where these come from. Loot bag, they come from the legendary, so yeah, we probably don't have any of those at the moment. Let's have a look. Legendary loot bag, no we don't, so we can't get any more of those, and we need to craft up a load of red apples. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is get those apples sort of done. In fact, let's not worry about it at the moment, but that's something we're definitely going to do. Did we get our charm for the pick? I guess we did. In fact, we can check. Yes, we did. So not charm. Check again. Supremium. Let's see. Can we make a sword now? We can. Excellent. That's nice. That's really, really nice. So let's get rid of this trash. Let's see if we can put this on our nice red suit. Now the only thing about this, so at the moment we've got this angel ring, so if we put that in there, yes, we can still fly. So this complete suit gives us flight, and if we take one piece off, then obviously we fall to the floor. That's not to say I'm not going to have the angel ring as a backup. You know, it doesn't harm to have it there, so to speak. We can put that there as well. What would be interesting, let's see, we haven't got any more skulls, have we? So we can't really go and do that. Let's head into the nether, I guess, and see if we can quickly... Oh, hello you. Goodbye you. One hit. That's quite nice. Let's go and see how much damage this sword does, because it is quite a lot, evidently. See if we can quickly go... Hey guys. Right, let's go out here. Let's fly over to this fortress. I've marked up a few of these as well, the spawners, in case we need more spawners when we start making our mob stuff. And here we are. Any mobs? You look like a mob. Let's see. Yeah, one hit. That's nice. Are you one hit as well? One hit. One hit. Yes, very nice. Do you actually do any damage to us? This is the other thing, is you're not really doing any damage at all, are you? You're just being annoying. What about these guys with fire? Because it did give us a fire resistance one. No, so we can still set on fire, and I guess we can then lose... yeah, we can lose health because of that. So that fire resistance one is probably going to be quite nice, isn't it, I think? With a skeleton. Did we hit a one hit on the skeleton? Let's have a look. We obviously don't have resistance to these guys because, yeah, and it's one hit again. Because, yeah, why would we have resistance to these guys? Because there is a charm for it. But it's nice to actually have a one hit kill on everything. So that's pretty sweet. You weren't a one hit kill, but yeah, nice. Now let's see, first of all, can we put this hoe that I've just made in there? And it works. Yes, it does. Look at that. Brilliant. So we have now got an unbreaking hoe in there, which is fantastic. I know we probably could have made one in Tinker's, but you know what? It's just another way of doing it. So that's pretty awesome. So that's going to carry on there. And I've made a load of charms. In fact, we can do these here, in fact. So what I've made is the strength charm. If we press shift, you can see if you can go on the chest plate or the sword only. And I believe we can only have one charm, because these will go, for example, on either. But if we try to put... So we can put one on there, but if we try to put a second one, it doesn't allow us. So yeah, we've got to be sort of wary of where we're going to put these charms. So I think definitely the strength one is going to go on the sword, like so. Unlimited durability, and it's got strength, which is awesome. And I believe we can enchant these as well. So that's something we're going to have to look at. And the other thing we can do as well is we can take it apart. So if we want to swap charms, we can. which is quite awesome really, because obviously we don't have like the wither resistance or anything like that, so if we wanted to put that on there, we could add that on there and take a slot out. So night vision, I'm going to put that on the helmet. It can only go on the helmet, and there we go. So let's put that on, and already we've got night vision, and we've got both absorption and fire resistance and resistance. So those three can go on anything. So yeah, we're just going to add them like that, and yeah, then that way if we need to make some more charms and swap them over, we can do. Otherwise we'll just stick them like that, which is pretty awesome now. So do we get that? Yeah, so we can see over on the right hand side, and we can see here night vision, absorption, resistance, fire resistance. So that's pretty good. And look, we've got double the amount of hearts, so and that just gets renewed all the time. So that makes us pretty, you know, sort of, you know, not completely bomb proof, but yeah, it's going to take a lot. So pressing the wrong buttons here, put that back there, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. We've kind of run out of time, but I think next time we might look at some enchanting, and then maybe have a look at what we're going to do with this armor, because now we've got it, we might as well go and do some fighting, haven't we? So come and join me next time here on Sky Factory 3, and yeah, we'll do a little bit of that. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye bye. Bye.